Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a review of Sigma's Cor De Rosa eyeshadow palette with dual-ended brush. This is such a beautiful palette, okay you guys? I saw it on Treadmood and I wrote down the date, when it was going to launch and everything, because I was like, I've never tried Sigma, so I wanted to see their product anyways. I wanted to try something of them, and when I went to their website, they didn't really have a lot of things that I was like really interested in. This was the only thing. They only had like 2 other eyeshadow palettes that were there on their website, and their eyeshadow palettes looked pretty boring. I was a little bit interested in their lipsticks, but the lipsticks were expensive. We're talking about MAC expensive, okay? We're talking about $20 each, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Whoa there, horsey. It's a little bit like you have to be able, if you want to grab something, you have to be able to plan and say, okay, maybe 2 things, you know, something like that. And if you can snag them all, then that's awesome. You can snag them all. This is not a cheap palette. I'm not even trying to pretend it is. People, it's not. So when I first decided to grab it, it's because it was so beautiful and I just couldn't say no. So I was like, okay, I'm going to grab this one. So I love that it comes in this like foiled effect, and it has this, all these roses on there, and when you take it out of the box, it has the same effect on the actual palette. And it says Sigma Cor De Rosa. It has in here, like when I opened up this palette, you guys, this seriously made me smile because the attention to detail is so awesome that they took. That the plastic that goes over the blushes, I mean the eyeshadow, it says Sigma Cor De Rosa, and it has the same foil effect. I was like, who does that? I have not seen a company do that. For them to take the time to do that, I was so awesome. I was like grinning ear to ear. I was like, that is so beautiful. And then they reminded me so much of ABH when I first saw it, the whole palette online. I was like, wow, that looks like an ABH knockoff. It does. But I just love that they did this like a peachy nude. They have Sigma Cor De Rosa. They have this awesome mirror that you can use. And all these colors is like peach, nude. You got a dark brown right here. You got a light brown. It's totally like an everyday palette because you can go nude, you can go pink, you can go orange. You have a gold right here. And I love this brush, you guys. Like, I'm not even playing. The only thing I would change about this entire palette is that this little tabby thing right here to pull the brush out, it's not nearly as long enough, because when you pull it, when you have it like this, for example, it takes forever to get it out. Look, you're pushing it and you're like, I didn't have no problems with ABH doing that. So in order to get it out simply, you have to go like this, literally, for it to fall out. Because if you have it like this, that's how a normal person has it, right? You have your stuff laying like this. Pulling these little ribbons is not going to do anything. So it's not going to flop out with just the ribbon pulling. And I love that it's a dark burnt orange. That's the first time I've ever seen. Oh my God. Sigma, if you come out with like a set of these brushes, I will buy it. Okay? Just sell it to me. Because this burnt orange is so beautiful. You guys, I'm like a sucker for brushes that are different colors. I am so sick of seeing like Morphe black and white and Morphe black and white and silver. And so when I see brushes that have like a different blue, white, any other color besides black, I jump on it. Because it's like, oh my God, that stands out so much. I know there's a lot of people out there. It can't just be me. There's a lot of people out there that when you see a brush set and it's a different color and it stands out from all the other black, white, silver, bronze and stuff like that, you're like, those are nice brushes. You know? It's like, I know I can't be the only one, because I know there are some people out there that's got to be just like me. Because when I saw this, I was like, dude. And then it's heavy. It feels expensive. It's not like like this feels, right here, this is from BH Cosmetics. This feels plasticky. It's light. You can hold it. I have plenty of Morphe brushes in here that feel light, very plasticky. And this is wooden. This is metal. It is very heavy. It feels expensive. It looks expensive. And That's why I was like, okay, then this palette really is worth it, because you can have a ton of palettes, and a lot of palettes like costed you $46, $39, and they still look like cheaply made palettes. This one doesn't look like nothing. That, like, to have the attention to detail for just the plastic that goes on top of the eyeshadows, who does that? Nobody does that. I have not seen a company, out of all my palettes down there, none of the companies took the time to do that. I think Morphe's the only annoying one that writes all the names of the flipping shadows on top of that plastic thingy. Other than that, they don't take the time to do designs like that. I love, you guys, that they added what the brushes are for. So this one says diffuse crease, and this one says medium sweeper. I didn't use it only because it's so beautiful. I just want to keep it that way. It's so beautiful. I don't even want to touch it, you guys. I'm not using that ever. It's staying in there. So I'm going to do some swatches, you guys. This palette is just so beautiful. I'm in love with it. Honestly, I think it's going to be right up there with my ABH palettes because it's so beautiful. First time trying Sigma, and I'm like, I'm in love already. Like, their products are nice. This is a really nice palette. It speaks volumes. So let me start with Belle of the Ball. This is a shimmer shade. It is a perfect highlight. It is the second shade that I used. It is, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a lot of ColourPop's little Super Shock shadows, because it is a see-through shimmer. It's more like a topper. I used it pretty much as an overall shade right here, but it's more like a topper. It's not necessarily to be used as an overall shade, because even though it does come out like it came out on my eye and everything, I'm just saying as a topper, it would probably be best used that way. So next to that, we have Veranda, and Veranda is the color that I don't see myself using in here because it is a light vanilla color, and I don't think it would look nice on my skin tone per se. On someone lighter or someone as like a setting for your eye primer, that would be a perfect shade right there. Then next to that, we have Sprite. Sprite is my inner eye corner. This is a gold, you guys. And this one reminds me a lot of that first shade that we were talking about here. It looks a lot like a shimmer super shadow, not so much like a shimmer. What is an actual shimmer? An actual shimmer in most of my palettes is a thick formula, and it stands out almost like a metallic, right? These ones are very light. They're more like a glitter powder gliding over your skin. So that's why I said it's more like a Super Shock shadow. It doesn't have that softness of a Super Shock, but it definitely has the look of it. So it's more like an eye topper, inner corner highlight, eye right here above your brow, you know, bone. I don't think it's like an overall, like, let's use this. To me, it would look better under, like, on top of a matte. That would look better. Next to that, we have Damask. And Damask is this, that's my first transition shade. It's this deep rose color. Just look how beautiful that is, you guys. I think that would pretty much fit any skin tone. A little bit darker than me, maybe it would be best to use the color next to that one, because that's a little bit darker to stand out more. But even then, I think if you used a pretty good primer, Damask is such a beautiful rose. Like, look at that. That's like a pinky rose right there. Next to that, we have Shakespeare. Shakespeare is like a deep burgundy, and it's just a beautiful complement to Damask. Look at that. It's such a beautiful deep burgundy rose color right there. And then next to that one, we have Apricot. Apricot is so pretty too. When I saw it, I was like, I love that they have these peachy tones in there. I mean, it looks opaque on my skin, honestly, but I feel like as a transition shade, I would still be able to make it work with my skin tone, because it is just, it's the perfect name for it. It's an apricot color. That's what it is. But it's just so beautiful. Next to that, we have High Society, which is the last color in that row. High Society is a metallic shimmer, and you can tell. That's why I said there's a difference between the metallic shimmers and these ones right here. You see how these are more like see-through? They're just more like toppers. And this is like a full-on shimmer metallic that just glides on really easily. In the next row, we have Bare Root. And this is the darkest brown in this palette. It's just this very deep, dark espresso brown color. I did use that today. And it almost has like a hint of maroon to it too. So it's not like full dark brown. You could see a sort of tint of a red in there. Next we have Hybrid. Hybrid is this deep peach tone. It is definitely, it's more of like a peach, and this is an apricot. So you can tell the difference between those two. And you can still see it is like a coral peach color. Very pretty too. I didn't get to try that one today, but that is something to look forward to. Then we have Medallion, and Medallion is like a chocolate brown right here. Look at the difference between that. A dark maroon brown, and then you have like a full-on chocolate brown. See how beautiful that color is? It just stands out so much. As a transition shade, oh my god, you guys, don't get me started. That'd be such a beautiful color. Then we have Campfire, which is another shimmer. This is like a metallic shimmer again. Look how pretty that one is. That is like a champagne, but it's like a deep champagne. Almost with a hint of brown to it. Then we have Dark Night, which I'm going to start over here. Dark Night is another shimmer metallic, and it is like a deep berry color. I use that one today too. It's very pretty. Summer Song. Oh my god, I am in love with this color because it is like this deep burnt orange. It almost matches the main color on the brush because it's just like a dark burnt orange. And just look at that. That is such a pretty color. I could totally see myself using that one because I just love colors like that. And then last we have Cor De Rosa. And this one just looks like a very light. Oh, that's very weird. That's like a light peachy nude color. Look at that. I'm saying like that's like light, but I could still totally use that. It's such a pretty color. You know, the only bad thing about this palette is that every single shadow has the name Sigma on it, right? It has it pressed into the eyeshadow. And then you have Cor De Rosa, which has a rose pressed into it. And just by swatching or using them, of course, the name starts to go away. Just like right now, I just swatched them. Already Medallion lost Sigma. Belle lost Sigma. This one is losing a little bit of Sigma. And Cor De Rosa pretty much is missing pretty much the rose. So that makes me a little sad that that happens. I don't know why. It's just like, oh, you know, it doesn't stay. Of course, it's not going to stay for long. The more you use it, it's going to go away. But it's kind of bummer. Why would you do that? I kind of wish they would have just left it like that. But that's pretty much it. I want to do some swatches with my lips for you guys, because I did buy the lips colors in this collection as well. So I bought the Cor De Rosa Lip Gloss Trio. This is a trio of all the lip glosses. I bought pretty much the entire collection. And like I said earlier, this collection is not cheap at all. Like single lip gloss or the lipstick, because they have a lipstick with this too. Every single one costs $20 each. So just like pretty much three lip glosses. And the lipstick, that's like that's like an $80, just those four. Just $80, those four. But I saw that the lip trio was selling for, I don't know, what was it? It was cheaper. So for these three, it would have been $60, and it was actually like 40 something. So I was like, okay, it's cheaper to just get these three and then buy the color separate. So what I did was, because it's my first time buying from Sigma ever, I was able to sign up for like, you know, a discount. So I got like a $25 discount. And that's what I'm telling you guys. If you guys can't afford it, don't buy it, because it is expensive. It's not cheap at all. But I don't regret it, because that palette is beautiful. And then the lipsticks, we'll see about that, because I'm still trying it right now with you guys. So let me start with the lightest lip gloss in here, which looks to be this one. This one's called Lilac Wine. I love the feel of these. They are very, they're very satiny suede almost. Very smooth. And then this is what they look like. Very pretty. the plastic see-through. You can see the gloss. Lilac. What was it called? Lilac something. Lilac Wine. Then you have... Oh no. The only bad thing is that this is a brush applicator, not a doe foot. So the brush one's kind of like a bummer. So this is Lilac Wine. You can't see it because obviously my pigmented lips don't allow us. But it is a very like pink nude on my lips. The formula is very comfortable. It's not sticky. I want to see if it has a smell. You know, you're not going to believe me. It smells like roses for some reason. Which is perfect for this collection, right? It's called Cor De Rosa, so it's funny. But it smells like roses to me. And not in a bad way. It's like a very pleasant smell. So let me take this off and I'll swatch the next one. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Let's try... this one's called Cor De Rosa Lip Gloss. This one is like, I want to say a bronzy peach tone. It is metallic-y. It does look metallic. Oh my god. Okay, this is a metallic shimmer formula. Very pretty still. It's still very comfortable. I'm not sure what that smells like, but it doesn't smell like the other one. But it's very still comfortable. If you guys can see, it is a very pretty, I want to say almost like a mauve tone for some reason. I mean, I could see it. I'm not sure if you guys could see what it looks like on my lip, but I can see the tone to it. It's got this pink, almost like brown nude tone to my lips. Very pretty, very comfortable. Let me take this one off and I'll swatch the next lip gloss. Okay, you guys, the next color is called Secret Garden. Honestly, when I first saw this collection, I really wanted Secret Garden and I believe the Lilac Wine one the most. Once I saw that it was cheaper to get these in like the trio lip glosses, cheaper to get them together, I just went for the trio because I was like, I technically like them all, but if I had to choose, I probably would have just went with this one and that other one because they look like the darkest ones and they would look like they would complement me better. This one smells pleasant, but this one's like a metallic though too. Oh, definitely. For pigmented lip, this one's better. This one is the best one for pigmented lips. I don't like the blush applicator and already one of them is like coming off. I don't like it. I really wish they would have done a doe foot applicator. For as expensive as they're charging for these ones, they should have made it a doe foot at least. But it is a very beautiful color. This is like by far my favorite one out of those other two that I just did. You can see the rosy tint to it on my lips. And it has this very deep shimmer to it. So it's like almost like a golden shimmer on top of that pink. Very pretty. Let me take this off. And I'll swatch the last one, which is a liquid lipstick. And hopefully that one doesn't show up too bad. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. The next one is called Cor De Rosa Liquid Lipstick. And this one's like a peachy nude color. I'm not even sure if this will even show up on my lips, but I was willing to give it a try, and I was like, this could always be used with a lip liner, because I'm pretty sure you're going to need a lip liner for... Oh, this one's got a doe foot. Not the other ones. This one does. Oh my god, it's not good. And this is a liquid lipstick, so it is going to dry down. But definitely, no, you guys, no. Not on pigmented lips. Certainly not on my skin tone. I don't like it. Let me do it with my lip liner. See if it makes any difference. Because right now, the way I'm looking at it, like... It doesn't look so bad in the viewfinder. But in person, this looks horrible on my lips. I don't know why. Let me see if this makes a difference. Okay, I'm going to add some of that last one that I just had. Not the, was it the Cor De Rosa or was it the... I'm going to add some of this lip gloss in the middle just to make it less opaque than it was. Oh my god. This together is so beautiful. Definitely not by itself. Don't use that one by itself. But together with this lip gloss, the Secret Garden one, it looks so pretty in person. I don't know how you guys see it on the camera, but it's so pretty in person. So definitely these are worth it. I honestly think that if you were going to pick up just a lip gloss, I really recommend the Secret Garden one because I think it benefits. It'll like complement any skin tone because it is like the dark like pink. But it's not so much pink color. You can just see the shimmer. You can see the little shimmers of pink in it. I mean, if you want like more of a nude one, then definitely go for the Cor De Rosa one. That is more like a brown nude with like a little hint of rose in it. And then the Lilac Wine is just like a pinky nude one. And then definitely if you are very like, you guys can see how bad this looked on my skin tone. So I would really highly recommend for someone lighter than me. This one. This Cor De Rosa liquid lipstick would look so beautiful. I'm betting on one of my sisters because they're lighter than me. They would look so beautiful on them because it would look like this peachy nude tone. And that would look so pretty on them. But on me, dude, it just looks like this opaque mess. But definitely with lip liner and the lip glosses, it's not so bad by itself. So that's pretty much it for all the swatches, you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing okay, and the next thing that I will do for a video will probably most likely be something new to my channel, but not new in the makeup world, okay? So, other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, for my first color, I went in with this color called Mosque, and it is like a super Barbie pink, I want to say, because it is like one of the, well, this one's the darkest pink in here. So it's like a medium pink, but it's a very pretty color. I use that as my transition shade. And it is a buildable color. I think all the ones that I use are pretty much buildable. They're not like full-on color that when you just put it on your lid, you're going to see that color pop. These do require building up, which is still good because I still got a lot of color payoff even from the building up. So that was really, really nice that it did that. For my next color, I went in with this color right here that's called Belle of the Ball. And it is like a shimmery champagne color right here in the corner. I used my finger for that. It is a very creamy shimmer. It is a very creamy shimmer, and I just use my finger to apply it. So for my next color, I went in with this color called Shakespeare. It is a very beautiful, deep wine berry color. I think that Shakespeare is such a perfect name for it because it's just this beautiful, deep wine red. And then I just tapped that one in right here. And I blended it just in that corner. I did go a little bit across just to deepen. I wanted to smoke it out a little bit more, so I did take it in a little bit across, and then right here on my lower eyelid, only about halfway, and the other one is another color that I will show you guys right now. I hope you guys are still doing good during this quarantine. My kids are on homeschool right now, and it's like every day is a different day, but it's like I barely get a chance to do anything for myself. These videos just like keep me occupied, you know, a little bit busy enough to do something for myself so I won't go crazy. Because I think in the end, everybody, we just need something that's just ours. Even if it's just a hobby, even if it's just writing, even if it's just like reading, doing something to take the time for yourself. I think that's especially important for people who have more than one kid like me. Like, I would say it's very important as soon as you get to 3 or 4 kids, it's like very important to take that time to do something for yourself because you will go crazy. Trust me. It's just crazy how you just need that alone time. And then I took that same color and I brought it down here a little bit. My next color that I used for right here on the bottom lip, because I only went halfway, that is a color called Dark Night. It is a dark, I want to say berry shimmer. It's a shimmer color right here. And I just used it right here. I later on go over it with another color that I have over here. So it's not all going to be this berry tone underneath. Because you can see on the other eye it's more darker. I went and darkened it out with the little brown. So to smoke it out, I just used this color called Barefoot, and it is a deep dark brown right here. It is the darkest brown in this palette. So I just used that. I used the same brush just to like smoke it out on the bottom a little bit. And I did use a little bit right here. Going back in with that first transition shade. Just to blend some of this out right here. And then I went in back in with that shimmer, the Belle of the Ball one, just to like reincorporate it a little bit. I tried as best as I can to like sort of blend it into that brown burgundy that I have right here. Because it is a shimmer shade, and mattes and shimmers tend to like take over each other sometimes. And I did get a little bit of that Shakespeare, that dark one, just to like tap it back in there a little bit. I tried to like, you know, have them stand out from each other and not try to like swallow each other. For my inner corner highlight, I went in with this color called Sun Sprite, and it is like this very shimmery gold right here. It is a very pretty color. It doesn't really stand out as much as I wanted it to, but I just figured because of the whole, just because everything that's already going on, I figured it just wouldn't last. Maybe if I would have used this one right here as an inner corner highlight, then it probably would have standed out more. But I just figured, okay, it does show up, but it's not like as much as intensity that I like it. But it's still very nice. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Let me put on my mascara and my eyeliner on this eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, this is my finished eye look today. I'm hoping you guys like it. This is a beautiful palette. I think out of all the ones I have right now, this is definitely one of my favorites by far. So let me back you guys out and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, I'm not even going to tell you guys to go buy it. I mean, honestly, I think it's like, I can't remember the exact price. I know that it's not cheap. Certainly it's not. It's the first time I ever tried Sigma Beauty, so I was really, really wanting to try them anyways. And when I saw this one, I just couldn't say no, because like I told you guys in the past, if you guys been watching me for a while, these are the colors, like, come on, I can't say no to these colors. I love pinks and I love oranges, and they have that gold there. I think the only color I don't honestly see myself using ever is Veranda right here, because it's like a very light peachy nude shade. And maybe Cor De Rosa, but even then, I don't think Cor De Rosa is that much. And this brush in here, like, it's the first time, when I first saw this on a, what was it, Trend Mood, I was like, wow, that's ABH. It looks like ABH. But this brush is so beautiful. Like, it feels heavy. It feels expensive. I didn't want to use it only because I don't want to ruin it. Like, I don't know why. I just have a bunch of brushes, and this is just too beautiful to even use. I love that they did this burnt orange on it with this gold. They have an M right here, like a little initial. They have a little description in the back that says patent pending. And they even say this is E54 medium sweeper. And then this one says E38 diffuse crease. So I love that they added that. I love that they tell you what exactly is the brush for. There's not a lot of companies that do that. And honestly, I wish all companies would do that. Because for some of us who aren't professional makeup artists, do we really know what that brush is for? Literally, if I don't look it up, every brush, single brush I have, I don't really know its exact, you know, purpose. I just use it as I see fit. So when a company does this, I can very much appreciate that. So I really love that they did that. And these colors that are in here are so beautiful. The ones that I used, I had no problems blending out. The pigmentation's there just as long as you're willing to build it up. And it says Sigma Cor De Rosa. I love this whole aesthetic. I like that they kept it a peachy nude. And I love, just look at this. It is like a foiled rose effect all over the place. And in the back, they have every single shadow plus all of the names to every single shadow. I love that they did that. Like, who does that? Nothing. I haven't seen a company to date that does that. They only put the names, but they don't put like the actual color so you know what they look like and the name. So when you're going like this, and you're like, yeah, this color right here. Oop, there goes the brush. You can actually, you know, tell what the name is in the back. Oh, you were talking about Belle the Ball. It's over here and stuff like that. I love that they did that. So that's it, you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.